What does Restore the Fourth do?
Restore the Fourth is a national, nonpartisan, grassroots movement that's come together using online tools to say that we oppose domestic spying. We think it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, and therefore it's illegal and it needs to stop. We've organized 81 rallies across the country, all the way from Hawaii to New York and D.C., and we've crowdsourced the entire process, where we got online and we said, we're going to need a website. Well, we'll get a website put together. We're going to need press releases, so we put press releases together. We're going to need flyers, so we put flyers together. And we put all that on the website, restorethefourth.net, and then people can go there and organize their own local rallies. And right now we have 81 across the country. Right. And we've got incredible speakers and we've got incredible sponsors who are participating in whatever ways they can.
So, you used to work for Dennis Kucinich. Did you learn some lessons from him that you brought to this, or is this? I mean, are you affiliated with other organizations? How did this come about?
Well, this is very grassroots, which means that we don't have any sort of national group that's arranging this. We don't have people with salaries. I'm doing this in a volunteer capacity, as is all of our members. I used to work for Dennis Kucinich. I worked for him for about 5 years as communications director, usually on the other side of these cameras. I've seen you a number of times. One thing we did with Dennis was we fought the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act, most people don't recall, was not a specific response to 9/11. It was a list of things that law enforcement had previously wanted because they thought it would be helpful.
Yeah, it had been around
After
for a decade.
9/11, they passed the whole thing. Yeah. When it came time to reauthorize it, Congress waits until the very last minute, doesn't allow much debate, and puts it through. And whenever anybody challenges it, they say, national security, be afraid. We just have to get this through and reauthorize it right away, or else the terrorists win. Right. And there really was very little debate. In the 3 times they've reauthorized this, there's very little national discussion about what it is appropriate for the government to do on our behalf. And we're grateful that now we are beginning to have that national conversation.
Do you specifically see the Patriot Act as the kind of locus or nexus of the forces in government that are tearing down the Fourth Amendment?
Well, let me tell you that because we're a grassroots organization and we represent so many different people with different ideas, we have, aside from amending the Patriot Act, said that we're not going to go behind or support a specific legislative fix. And the reason for that is it's not Americans' job to know every bill in Congress and what it's going to do and what the language says. It's their job to participate, become informed, and tell their government representatives what they think. It's the government representatives who then have the responsibility to take that and respond to the will of the people. What we've asked for is we've asked for all of this to be declassified so we can have a discussion so that people can understand what the information is, what they're doing on our behalf, and whether or not we think that's acceptable.
All of this, this that you're talking about being the stuff that Ed Snowden was reporting on? Is that what you're talking about?
The Ed Snowden leaks, yeah, the domestic spying, but also more than that. We're going to have a conversation. You mentioned Commissioner Brill. That there is a vast amount of data out there that people can find out about you as an individual and you as a mass member of the economy that people just don't really know about. They don't think about it. They think it's vague out there. But the amount of information and the data tools that we have to go through and be able to tell what's going on is essentially like reading your diary of your most personal thoughts. That there's the famous case that Target, based on some metric they had, they were able to find out that one of their customers was pregnant, and so they sent her an ad saying you might need baby formula. Her father was furious, said, no, she's not pregnant. How dare you do that? Turns out she was. Their analytics data knew that she was pregnant before her own family, and Target broke it to her family. So what did Target do? They got more savvy. They found out it was creeping people out that we were sending them information based on what we know about them, so they hide it. They won't send you one ad for baby formula. They'll send you 3 ads, and in it is the ad for the baby formula. Right. There's this vast amount of information.
When you look at a regular website, it pops up as the ad.
But the difference between Target and the girl who turned out to be pregnant, Target can't come into your house and arrest you if they get it wrong.
Right. Whereas the government can.
The government can.
And so this amount of power. and this amount of information. So what are you, we have 30 seconds, what are you calling on people to do?
We're asking you to join your rally. Go to restorethefourth.net and check out your local rally and show up and participate, because this involves all of us. This is a threat to the Constitution, which unites us all, the left-right divide. It's everybody. This is what brings us together. And so if you are concerned about this, go to restorethefourth.net, find your local rally, show up, and make sure that people know that this is not okay.